Alright, welcome guys to another video. Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to go around Bangkok and I'm going to make a video of some of the monuments and some of the memorials that you see all over the city. Now they're all kind of small. They're nothing really like wow about any of them, or you can't really make a whole video about it. But I think if I put them together, you guys can get a feel of some of the major things that are around the city. You see them just in the traffic circles on the side of the road. And so let me show you around and let's see what we see. Okay, so here is a monument to King Rama IV. And we're on Rama 10 right now, so this one was a long time ago. And this little statue that they got is right next to a lot of the government buildings. And it's right across the way from the Grand Palace. And you can see just a little bit of it over the top of that white wall. So if you're at the Grand Palace is just a stone throw away. It's one of the monuments that you see in a little roundabout here. This is Democracy Monument. I'm not sure if you can walk around it anymore. I have seen, like, after the red shirts, they had graffiti and stuff spray painted on it after they had that ousting Taxin years ago. There's no big fence to keep people out, but there's no crosswalk or anything. Okay, so here's a statue of Rama III, and they're redoing the whole courtyard around here. So the workers are out doing landscaping and they're relaxing. But this is a pretty cool little statue with the marble and the bronze statue of Rama III. The best part about it is it's right over here next to this temple, Wat Rajamala or something like that. And I made a video from it, and then you can also see Wat Saket from here. But it's right here, Wat Saket is right next to it. And then they're redoing part of the old outer city wall. And you can just see it over there. They got the fort and the city wall under construction. And you can see the workers up on the top redoing everything. So this will be nice when they get it finished up. As you can see, they're redoing the little pavers, and then they're going to put all these flower beds back in order. And this is not too far at all from Kosan Road over here to this monument. Okay, so this is the memorial here for the 14th of October where they killed the student protesters. And it's pretty close to Democracy Monument and pretty near Kosan Road. We got some pictures of the students over here. Some of the newspaper clippings from 1973. Hard to imagine that many people around Democracy Monument. And then the military was called out. And pictures of all the ones that were killed. Some more of the pictures of the protesters. And then some of the bodies, the soldiers shooting at them. And the people jumping in the canal to get away. Okay, so right over here by the Chao Phraya River and the Khao Bridge is this gigantic memorial or monument to King Rama I. Has this massive courtyard around it, and the area is pretty cool. Has some temples and some old style buildings, and then it's not too far from Klangang Walking Street and Chinatown, as well as the Khao Bridge that goes over the Chao Phraya River. So the Thais will come here and they will actually pray to Rama I, like they do all of the Thai kings. Okay, so the statue itself is carved out of marble, and it's 4.6 meters tall. And it was dedicated by King Rama VII in 1932 upon the completion of the first bridge over the Chao Phraya River, the Memorial Bridge, which is right here to the left. And right behind it, here's the Memorial Bridge. You can see the twin sailors, and it's busy, busy, busy. All right, so probably Bangkok's most famous landmark is this one right here. This is Victory Monument, and they built a humongous circle around it, and it's where two major roads come together. But the significance of this one is it's a monument dedicated to 59 guys that died in the Thai-Franco War in 1940 to 1941. And they built it at a cost of about 550,000 Thai baht, which is pretty inexpensive considering how big it is. And you can see the names inscribed on the bottom. And they sourced it out from all the local materials are from Thailand, and all the workers were Thai that built this, and they're pretty proud of it. But anyway, the Franco-Thai War was pretty brief, and Thailand captured a little bit of Cambodia and a little bit of Laos from the French forces. And then at the end of World War II, the controversy of this is UN made Thailand return the parts of Cambodia and Laos to those countries at the end of the war. So the war was fought over really nothing in the end. And the controversy is this kind of is a symbol of like an era of past where Thai had a little bit of aggression, and you know, they're not really super proud of that, but it's still, you know, still standing, and it is still a center point of this, and you can see it is a massive intersection, a big roundabout. It's kind of like probably about the size of the roundabout around the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. And you can't get to the base of the monument, they have it fenced off. So they do have the SkyTrain goes right by, so a great view from the SkyTrain is a Victory Monument. They have some signs all up around there where you can't take the pictures of those guys. Anyway, this is the Thai Parliament House here, and a statue of King Chulalongkorn on a horse. This is a symbol of freedom for the Thai people. King Chulalongkorn, I believe, is Rama 5. So this monument was made in France in 1908 and was shipped from there to here. Now, King Chulalongkorn, he did a lot of touring around Europe to learn some things, and he came back here to Thailand and he helped modernize the country. But when he was in Europe, he actually mounted a horse to model where they could make a correct statue of him. So he mounted a horse at the foundry, and they did a model of him, and then they built it, and then they shipped it from France to here. This is an interesting little monument they have. This one is dedicated to the wife of King Chulalongkorn. And what it is it's Mother Earth wringing her hair. And it's to symbolize that the Queen allowed a woman to give access to people with clean drinking water here in this region. I don't know exactly the mythology behind it, but this was built like 1917 for the Queen's birthday, and it was at a cost of just a little over 16,000 baht. And it's just a little monument, it has the water, and as you can see, her hair has the water coming out of it that goes into like a little trough. And then the Thai people are coming over to pray to make some merit to her. And it's not too far from Democracy Monument. All right, and here's the Rama 2 monument. So the Rama 2 monument is just down here by the river. It's kind of off the beaten path, but it's not too far from, I believe, the Rama 3 bridge. And it's just kind of a, I don't know, it looks like kind of a light industrial area. That's where this monument is. Okay, so this is called the Golden Jubilee Memorial, and it was built in 1996 on the 50th birthday of King Rama 9. An interesting area. There's some roads. It's right near Kosan Road, and it has like a little tiny bridge that goes across, and the inscription on the bridge was pretty interesting that it used to have. And as you can see at the top, it has the elephant heads, kind of like the Erawan Shrine a little bit. But it's nice enough. This would be really nice in the evening when the lights are shining on this marble. It has some inscription: the Crystal Minister Arch, the Crystal Commander Arch. one of these little egg things down at the bottom. Okay, so here is the Rama 8 Memorial. And it's right next to the Rama 8 bridge on the Chao Phraya River. So here's the Chao Phraya River. And they have a little park and all of that around the memorial. Alright, so here's a close-up of King Rama 8 Memorial. And what's nice about it, it does have a little park around it, so you can come here and walk. But it is right next to the Chao Phraya River and has the Rama 8 bridge right next. The Rama 8 bridge is really cool, especially at night. You can take like some river cruises, and it turns around right here at the Rama 8 bridge, and it kind of glows at night. And if you notice, there's only one pier supporting it. So the bridge was built in 1995. It took them 2 years to build it, with a cost of about 3.8 billion Thai baht. And it's 300 meters across and 100 meters on the land. And then it has this one 75-meter tall pillar that supports the weight of all of it. So it's a type of suspension bridge. And it was the 13th bridge built over the Chao Phraya River. And King Rama 9 is the one that commissioned it. You can see they built the bridge though to open up more traffic because it was getting congested on the other bridges, so they opened up new ways for people to go. And then you can see a little bit of the park that surrounds this monument. And this was Rama 9's brother that was the king prior to him, Rama 8. Okay, so this memorial is an interesting one. Many people don't know that Thailand declared war on Germany in World War I. And this memorial here is dedicated to those soldiers that fought and the ones that lost their lives on the battlefield. Anyway, King Chulalongkorn dedicated this piece of land that's not too far from the Grand Palace. And it's made out of polished stone. And the ashes of the soldiers that have fallen, that fell in battle, are actually inside of this little memorial. But yeah, Thailand sent some soldiers to fight against Germany in World War I. And they were kind of, people didn't know if they didn't even know that they were from Thailand. They all thought they were just kind of maybe some states underneath the British Empire, like the Pakistanis or Indians or whatever. And they were kind of looked down upon, but they were, there's kind of an interesting story about it. And anyway, they were part of the occupation of a village in France at the end of the war, or right along the German border. And so anyway, this monument or memorial is dedicated. So one thing I would like to do every year on November 11th, which is the day that they signed the armistice with Germany, people come here and they lay wreaths on the bottom of this memorial. So it's still nice that they remember their vets from World War I. Those guys are a couple generations ago, so it's easy to forget about them. And this memorial is not too far from the Grand Palace. So if you're at the Grand Palace, just head a little bit to the north and you'll come across this. So it's worth a look, just a quick 5-10 minutes. And it does have the names of the soldiers. The inscriptions are here on the memorial itself. So yeah, it's worth taking a look at. Now let's keep on going, let's see what else we see. Okay, so here's a statue of Rama 6. And this is right at the entrance to Lumpini Park. And it used to be where you could go up there to the base of it, but now, for whatever reason, they have it blocked off. And it's right here at some major intersections at Rama 4, Ratchadamari Road, and then that goes off into Silom. So this area has a lot of stuff going on. Silom is right here with the BTS, and you have skyscrapers all around. And then just past the statue is the Lumpini Park. And this is a busy part of Bangkok. And this is Ratchadamari right here. And it runs into Rama 4, the road anyway. And it looks like they're building some new stuff around. So yeah, you could come here, see this one, and then go into Lumpini Park. Okay, so here is a statue of King Taxin the Great. Now what's important about him, he's a very, very important figure in Thai history. And it shows him up here on his horse. Now in the 1700s, Ayutthaya was under control of the Burmese. And King Taxin organized the army that chased the Burmese out and freed Thailand from Burmese occupation. So he is one of the most important figures in modern day Thailand. And right here, we're across the river in Thonburi, and this is an area they call Wang Yai, I believe, and it means big circle. So this is a major traffic circle that is across the Memorial Bridge. And I can see people across over there, but I'm not sure how to get over there because it looks like never-ending traffic. Let me see if I can get over. I can see a couple people walking around, so let me see if I can get over there and see it. Okay, so it looks like they have the gate closed. You can see they have flowers and cabbages and the hedges and everything. This is really a nice monument. You can see him right up there on his horse. And there's a place for the Thais to come and pray. And they do pray for the old kings, same as if they were in a temple. All right, so here we are. Took a lot of doing to get across that big traffic circle. But here's a nice view of the Taxin monument. And this was erected in 1953 in honor of King Taxin. And like I said before, he's one of the most important people in Thai history, and that he freed the Kingdom of Thailand from the Burmese that were controlling the old capital. And there's a lot of temples and stuff in this area, and like army camps where they have some stuff set up for when the Thai army were leaving Ayutthaya or when they were staging to fight the Burmese, that they used the temple grounds or they used like this field, and now it's an army camp. So it's pretty neat. This is a pretty good part of Thai history. And you can see some of the inscriptions on the side of the monument. And then on the other side, some more of the scenes. And then the statue up at the very top on the horse. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And it's in a great little area. I mean, as far as being just in this big Wang Yai circle here, the big circle. And you can just see it's all city all around. But you have like a little deal of tranquility right here. And they have some little placards with some information. It's all in Thai, so I can't read any of it. And then the fountains and the flowers. Alright guys, so that finishes up our little video. It was pretty fun. I got to travel all over the city looking at monuments and memorials, and spent a whole day. Got to see some pretty cool stuff. Got to see Democracy Monument and Victory Monument and a lot of the Ramas, Rama 1, Rama 4, Rama 6, Rama 5. Yeah, we got to see most of the Ramas. Now I don't know where a Rama 7 or a Rama 8 or Rama 9 memorials are. I think they're supposed to build a Rama 9 memorial over by the new Bangsu Junction main train station. Rama 7 and 8, I've asked some Thai people and nobody knows where it's at either. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you click like and subscribe and share with your friends. And if you've been to some of these, or if you see some other memorials or monuments that you want me to see, leave me a comment down below and I'll see if I can go make a video of it or whatever. And anyway guys, remember, life is a journey, so enjoy.